So then guys, with about 4 months to go now until the new iPhone 17 models are among us, well today I want to tell you about all the big camera upgrades that are coming along to the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and also I want to give you a bit of more of an update on tariff details and prices for the iPhone 17 Pro models when they are released. But first of all, let's cover over the leaks and rumors we've heard about for the actual camera upgrades we're going to be getting for the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max, because there are 5 of them that I want to cover off today. And first of all, let's get started with number 1, and that is all to do with the actual design of the actual cameras this time. So as you can see here, like on my desk right here, this here is a mock-up of what the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max is going to look like. And compared to the last generation or the current generation iPhone 16 Pro or the iPhone 16 Pro Max, you can see it's very different. Especially we have this camera bar, and you can see it like in these renders that we've got right here, that we're going to get this bar, except for the difference is obviously it's color coordinated this time round compared to my mock-up model, my 3D printed model. That's something that has changed, we've heard about now, but it does look like that the actual camera layout of the 3 lenses are still going to be in a triangle this time. Nothing's going to change there, but the big difference is the actual sort of LiDAR sensor and the actual flash, and potentially even the microphone on the back, could be moved to the actual other side of the phone. Why this is, we do not know at this stage. We have actually heard things saying that there's potential that there could be a little mini screen in the back in the middle, or even in the future there might be a little mini screen there. We just don't know at this stage, obviously, what Apple are planning here to actually leave the space empty, unless it's just going to be cosmetic that we're getting this sort of design sort of change going forwards. But, you know, I would say this is probably the sort of big looking difference at the iPhone, sort of big leak that we've heard about, that the camera bar on the back is going to change. But moving on to the second big upgrade, let's actually talk about the specifics of the cameras, and that we've heard about the actual telephoto, or the sort of one that zooms sort of camera, that teleprism sort of camera. Well, that actually is going to have a better sensor in it. Right now with the iPhone 16 Pro models and also the iPhone 15 Pros and models before that, we've only had a 12 megapixel sort of zoom capability available in this actual sensor. And it looks like for the first time it's going to be upgraded to 48 megapixels. And this goes in line now with the likes of the Ultra sensor and also that ultra wide sensor too. Only last year with the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max, this got upgraded to 48 megapixels, and it looks like this is going to be getting now the same treatment now for that zoom capability. What's really, really great news to hear, that we're going to get even better clarity and better pixels in your photos, what you take zoomed in. And funny enough, that also leads me on to the third big upgrade with this, that obviously with digital kind of cropping and also sort of digital kind of zooming, your pictures are going to look even better. And it also means there's the potential that Apple could finally give the upgrade, instead of having up to a 25 times digital zoom capability, this could even stretch all the way up to say 50 times zoom. Because at the end of the day, we're having 48 megapixels and a better sensor compared to the 12 megapixels that we have right now and 25 times zoom and a smaller sensor. Well, this means then obviously that if you take photos at say 50 times zoom, the sort of clarity you're going to get in those kind of photos will be very similar to what you get with the iPhone 16 Pro and the 16 Pro Max at say even at the 25 times zoom. Plus working with the A19 Pro chip too, where Apple probably going to be working on more bits and pieces with AI for actually fixing the photo up to make it look even clearer. This is definitely a good sign that Apple going in the right direction, you know, to have better digital zoom capability, and I know a lot of you guys are going to be probably really excited about this too. And then moving on to the fourth upgrade, because we're going to have 48 megapixel sensors all around now, we've actually been told for the first time what we're going to get is 8K recording. We've never had 8K recording. Obviously other competitors out there like Samsung had a good number of years now. Obviously Google have the ability to record up 4K. You can send it off to the cloud to bring it back down at 8K, can upscale it. But it looks like we'll be able to record natively on an iPhone at 8K resolution, because we have those 48 megapixel cameras and sensors all around, and it's going to work out really, really well. So this is fantastic news for you people out there who love to do recording and obviously want even better kind of clarity in what you're recording out there. So yeah, I wouldn't expect to have, say, an action sort of camera mode. I wouldn't expect to have slow motion or anything like that built into it. It's probably only going to be 30 frames per second or even 60 frames per second at that 8K recording. So just be aware of that one. And then finally, the fifth big camera upgrade we've also heard about is all to do with the front-facing camera. We've actually been told the front-facing camera is also going to be an upgrade ever since the release of the iPhone 14 Pro and the iPhone 14 Pro Max, where we got dynamic island and an upgraded 12 megapixel camera sensor in it. This is going to be upgraded now to the likes of a 24 megapixel camera now on the front camera, and this means then obviously that your picture is going to look even more sharper. Maybe your skin tone will look even better here, and maybe even taking shots in the sort of duller kind of lights or even like nighttime, it's going to look even better than we have right now with the likes of, say, the iPhone 14 Pro, the 15 Pros and the 16 Pros out there right now. So this is fantastic news to hear. Something else what's also fantastic to hear about is the giveaway we're doing on this channel for this right here. I'm giving away this MacBook Air, sky blue 30.6 inch model to one lucky subscriber on this channel at the end of June time 2025, and you can enter in right now. But let me just tell you a few things about the specs, because it actually has been upgraded. What we've actually got in here is an M4, but I like to call it the full fat version. It's not the bin version. So what I'm talking about, it's got the 10-core CPU and the 10-core GPU inside of this. And then on top of that too, the RAM's been upgraded from 16 gigabytes to 24 gigabytes, and then the storage doesn't come with 256. Nope, it comes with 512 gigabytes of storage inside of it. And like I said, I'm going to be giving it away to one lucky subscriber at the end of June time. And all you have to do to enter in right now is just put down into the comments below of what technology gear you're hoping to get in 2025. Maybe it's going to be a new iPhone 17. Maybe it's going to be a new MacBook Air. Maybe it's got nothing to do with Apple whatsoever. It could be the Nintendo Switch 2. Or for example, it could be the brand new sort of DJI drone which just been released too. It could be something else completely different. Just let me know in the comments below. And then the other part of this giveaway is going to be happening at the end of June time. So like I said, make sure you're a subscriber and also that notification bell, because you won't want to miss out on that second part of the giveaway, because I'll be making a video then giving you more details about the actual giveaway, including a form to fill in too, and also when I'm going to be doing the actual live stream for this MacBook Air giveaway. So you won't want to miss out on that. So make sure you do that right now. Plus you also want to be a subscriber too, because obviously I'm giving this away to a subscriber. The last thing I just want to quickly say to you guys is sadly there are still lots of scammers and spammers out there. People still impersonating me, turning to WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram direct message. Please do ignore these people. Best to see right here. Please do report them. So moving on from this then, what about the price and the release date? Well, the release date is targeted for September 2025, and that's when we're going to get our hands probably on these new iPhones. But for the price wise, I think this is probably the most important one. Things have been so much in the air over the last sort of 4 or 5 months of what's going on with it, with tariffs and things like this. But it looks like that Apple have agreed to this, that all phones that are going to go to the US are going to be manufactured in India going forwards for the iPhone 17 models. So this does include the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and they're not going to be made in China. At the end of the day, Apple make quite a lot of their phones already in India right now, like the iPhone 16e, I know is one model, and some of the other ones in the past too, but it looks like they're shifting even more over there. So if any of you guys watching who are living in the US, you're probably going to get an Indian iPhone. But for the rest of the people in the world, like me in Europe, we're probably still going to get a Chinese iPhone, as it were. That's the way it's looking like. But what's also going to go along with this, it does look like there is the potential that Apple could increase the prices for the very first time in, I'd say, about 8 years. Now, the reason why I say 8 years is because if we go all the way back to the iPhone 10, remember that was the first phone with Face ID, with the notch and things like this, that started at $999 US, and that was for the baseline model. Fast forward to basically the successor of that model, we're now on the iPhone 16 Pro. And how much does the iPhone 16 Pro cost us? $999 US. So technically, even though, prices have gone gone up, you know, materials have gone up. Apple have been sucking into their profits and actually making it cheaper for you guys and even giving you better technology as time has gone forwards. And technically speaking, the prices haven't actually gone up in US dollars. Now, for other people in the world, yep, prices probably may have changed for you, because obviously that obviously reflects on, say, import taxes, and also reflects on, say, your currency against the US dollar, because at the end of the day, Apple need to make the same amount of profit what they make for iPhones all around the world, essentially. So that's why that's probably actually happened there. But it does look like potentially that Apple, even though they haven't officially announced it, they're kind of looking into a way to saying that they're going to suck up some more of the cost of kind of tariffs and things like this into their own kind out of their own profits. But it does look like they also might put a bit of a charge on their consumers too. And personally, even though it's not official, I would say it's probably going to go up by about $100 for every single iPhone out there. So the likes of the iPhone 17 Pro will probably start at $1,099 US, but it might start 256 gigabytes of storage this time. The likes of the iPhone 17 Pro Max, you know, that's probably going to go up by $100 more. So it'll now start at probably $1,299 US. But we may also get an increase up to 512 gigabytes of storage as the base amount. It's a bit unsure at the moment exactly how Apple are going to strategize with this, but all I would be saying, it is looking more than ever this year in 2012 with the actual, you know, iPhone 17 models coming out, that prices might increase just a little bit this time round. So just be aware of that. But like I said, technically speaking, the price of iPhones, you know, apart from maybe the iPhone 16e compared to the iPhone SE, for all the other kind of normal kind of iPhones out there, the ones that they bring out every year, flagship models, well, officially they haven't actually increased really in price when you actually think about it, especially in US dollars. But what are your thoughts on this? Are you still going to get yourself an iPhone 17 Pro model, an iPhone 17, another model when it comes out? Well, let me know in the comments below. And also, guys, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews, and comparisons too, make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell. And I'm also going to go on that note too. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys really soon. Take care. Bye bye.